From water to the air that we breathe, we all depend on the environment to sustain life, but the quality of our surroundings can greatly affect our health and well-being. Dr. Erica Steele from Holistic Family Medicine in Virginia Beach joins us now to discuss. Dr. Erica, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Sure, I'm good, thank you. So I want to ask, when we talk about the environment, what are we specifically referring to?
So there's three layers to the environment that we want to look at. Number one, it's your genetic environment, right? The genes that we're built off of. It's much like the foundation of your house, right? And then there's all the walls of your house, which that's more of your internal environment, your lifestyle, the food you put in, the health of your organs, etc. And then we have the roof of your house, which is going to be more of the external environment. That's going to be more of like, the surfaces that you touch every day, the computer, all of the things that make up our external environment and our external world.
Got it. Well, speaking of environments, we recently had the CDC mask advisement, and some people are really concerned and fearful about that.
Yes, they are. And so that's why I really wanted to reassure people. So if going back, genetically speaking, genetics accounts for less than 30%, which is incredible because previous to all of our genetic research, we thought it was so much more. If my mother had this disease, then automatically I'm going to develop this disease, that sort of mindset. But we've learned it actually has less to play. And even though there can be defects in your genetic code, it's really up to your lifestyle, meaning the environment you put your genes in. So that comes back to your diet. It comes back to proper health, organ hygiene, meaning detoxifying your organs on a regular basis in a healthy way. That means making sure that you're moving, your mental state, your emotional state, and then of course our external environment. So even with the masks removing, we still want to make sure that we keep our sanitation practices up. I think this whole experience with the pandemic has really taught us to be very mindful about our sanitation practices. And even with sanitation, we also want to keep in mind that using a lot of chemical cleaners can also have a negative impact on our bodies as well, because it can be very heavy and intense on our immune systems.
Got it. Okay, so how can people take ownership over their environment and their health, especially when it's impacted by other people?
Yes, so that's kind of one of the concepts, right? So our immune system is very strong, and it's actually made to experience exposures, right? And so the germ theory in terms of there's these evil germs out here and they're my innocent, precious body. Well, it really comes down to how you take care of your own health, right? What are you eating? What are you thinking about? How are you moving your body? Are you digesting and assimilating properly? Hippocrates, the father of Western medicine, says all diseases begin in the gut. And that is very much true. So if you're gassing, bloating, constipated, you're not having healthy bowel movements, 2 to 3 on a daily basis, you're not eliminating properly, that actually means that there's some imbalances going on with your digestive system. And then in turn, your immune system is going to be inhibited as a response, which then means that if you are exposed to things in your external environment, your immune system is not going to be able to have the energy that it needs in order to fight against whatever it is being exposed to.
Wow. Okay. So these questions have prompted more questions for people out there that have more. You have some classes to tell us about.
Yeah, because I'm definitely a scientist at heart. I love laboratory diagnostics and biochemistry. So I'm teaching classes all about knowing your numbers. And so if you don't know your numbers, you obviously can't measure them, you can't create goals, and then you don't really know where you are. So we do have a few classes coming up where I'm really going to teach from a very basic level how to understand your laboratory, how to understand what your labs look like. They are still held on Zoom, so you'll be able to do that from the comfort of your home. They're on our website as well as through Eventbrite.
All right, Dr. Erica Steele, always great to see you.
Likewise, take care.
Thank you.